Hello people, my name's Sam Fox and I'm here to tell you a little bit about coming out. Coming out in general, coming out to your friends, and coming out in school. See, like to come out in school you need to come out to your parents and you need to come out to your friends. But to come out to your friends you need to come out to your parents. So first of all, you just like get it over with, you need to come out to your parents. First of all, I came out in the wrong order. I came out to my friends first because I felt more comfortable in that environment, which is, like, it's understandable. It's okay to do that first because you're more comfortable with that. And I still think that's okay to do first. It's just like your parents will feel like a bit betrayed and like you went behind their back and like you lied to them, stuff like that, if you don't come out to them first, like overall. So that's like a really good idea to do, so to come out to your parents first. But that's hard. That's really hard to do. It's hard overall, but so I just think coming out to your friends is easier because then you have like some place to go to if you're in trouble with your parents or you get in some sort of trouble or like it's not safe, which always make sure that it's safe first. Like make sure, like if your parents are really transphobic or homophobic, make sure that like you're not in danger and they have someplace to go. Just throwing that out there. Okay. And then you come out to your parents, which is the hardest part. I know. I've been there. Well, I don't have much experience about it because how I did it was really messy and really not organized and yikes. But what I did first is that I looked for my nearest gender therapist and I signed up right away. And I was underage, so obviously I told my mom about it and I told her it was a normal therapist. And she was like, oh, okay, because why not? Past things that you don't need to know about, but otherwise she was okay with it. And so she was like, cool. And then eventually she came in with a therapist after the first session, and the therapist didn't know that I wasn't out to her yet, and so she kind of just kept saying, okay, so he told me about this and this and this, and she was like, he, and I was like, whoops. And so she was pissed after that. So come out to your parents before, or tell your therapist that you haven't yet, or something. Oh god, that was just a big mess. But anyways, so I used my therapist. I'm sure there's a healthier way of using your therapist to come out, and I surely recommend doing so. Another way of doing it is to like write a letter, which I highly recommend. Because if you write a letter, then you can't like be interrupted, and you can't like lose train of thought, and you can't start crying, you can't get like over emotional or something. So writing a letter is amazing. I recommend writing a letter, and then you won't get interrupted, and you can be far away, and you can be like somewhere else, another country maybe, just, and then they can read it. And so that's a really good safe way of doing it. Just safety, okay? Anyways. Alright, so school. What I've learned to do over like the past 2 years is I use the counselor of my school counselor that you're assigned to by last name or whatever it is, and I told her, hey, can you send an email to all my teachers using my name, to use my name and my pronouns that I want, whatever pronouns you want, whatever. And she was completely chill with it. She was actually really cool. I did this on the first day of school. I just like went up to the counselor's office like before school started and to ask her to do this, and it was chill. And if she doesn't, or he or whatever, if your counselor refuses, saying they want proof or they need your like legal name changed or something, you can always get your parent to sign a letter, write a letter, and tell them like it's for your mental health or something like that, like something like that. And it should work because I know people who've done that and it's gone really well. And then, other than that, my actual gender therapist said that she would write a letter as well, like an official letter to anybody who like refused or needed proof or whatever they need. So that would work too. And so I went to class. I go to class and they're using it. They're using my name, they're using the pronouns I like, and some of the teachers are even like cool enough to make sure that I'm aware that they're using it. They'd be like, "Hey, I want to hear what Fox have to say. I want to hear what his opinion is." And I'll be like, "Yo, I got you." And so like some teachers are cool like that. And some teachers are like low key, they'll just use your name. They'll never use the pronouns. They'll just use the name, or maybe they'll never call on you. I don't know. I'm okay with both situations as long as you don't misgender me. And honestly, if you don't call on me, that's fine. I don't want to participate, honestly. And honestly, I've never had a teacher disrespect me. I've had one, but he wasn't really bad. He just like stared straight ahead as I told him that, hey, my name's Fox, I actually go by this pronouns and stuff, and he just stared straight ahead and in silence for about 5 minutes. And so I said nothing and I walked away and I was like, okay, fine, okay. And then he just started mumbling some mumbo jumbo, some transphobic stuff, and how I have to use the girls' locker room. He was a coach, he was a PE coach. And so I went to the nurse and I told her, hey, this is kind of like segueing into dealing with locker rooms now. So I went to the nurse and the nurse was completely chill about it. And like, I was like, hey, can I use the nurse's room here to like change during like our changing days, because I don't really feel comfortable in the environment of a locker room. And she was completely chill because she's had like somebody who's transgender come in there before, like a few years back, and they were like MTF. And so she was absolutely chill. She asked like no questions. She was like, oh yeah, sure, I don't even care. I also have like some teachers who have my back as well, and who also hate that coach, and that's always nice to have. So everything's pretty chill right there. And like, even if the nurse said no, then I would still be able to work something out, because I know my counselors have my back, and also like a lot of teachers have my back. So I would be able to go somewhere. I would still have something to do. And that's always great. So, that's basically all I can think of. Like, if a teacher, like, denies you or something, like, you can always have the note. You can always go in to talk to them. Usually during, like, after school or before school, during a free time you have, when there's nobody there, preferably. For me, I don't know about you, but I'd rather not talk in front of a bunch of kids. But, that's my experience. That's my info. That's my help. If you have any questions, I don't know, you can ask. You can ask and I'll answer as best I can. I don't know everything, but I don't know everything. So anyways, ask in the comments below. I'll answer as best I can. As always, I'm Fox. Bye.